Turn to pick. Drow Ranger.
Drow getting picked up in the second phase here by EHOME. I mean, Drow was first ban territory for so long. Got ignored until the end of the second phase of bans in the first game. And now, here and now, gets picked up third.
5 seconds remaining.
I personally just did not expect that. And now Newbee going into the Shadow Shaman. As they've got some control. So this is what they were lacking in the last game. They've got some push. They've got some control. I think with those two things, they have an opportunity.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Newbee's turn to pick.
Storm Spirit.
They pick up the Storm on EHOME. Storm, with the help of that Drow, is still very powerful. Again, it comes down to mobility, and it comes down to now here for EHOME.
10 seconds
They've got some control, but at the same time, they've got Global Silence to work with, as well as Gust. That could put Ember Spirit in a lot of problems. Let's see what Newbee want to go with to round this lineup. So right now they've got Shadow Shaman, Ember Spirit, Abaddon. They banned out the Leshrac as well as the OD. They gave up Storm as well as the Drow. Safe lane Drow, mid-Storm. They're looking for an offlaner. Centaur picked up. So Blink, Hoof Stomp, potential here for Newbee.
Newbee's turn to ban.
Will they be able to do anything with that? As we come into the final bans and they get rid of the TA here on EHOME.
Newbee's turn to
They
pick.
get rid of the Tide. So they do need an offlaner. We'll see what it ends up being. So for first fifth pick will be from Newbee, and the last pick overall is for EHOME. EHOME wins here. They're guaranteed a playoff spot.
5 seconds remaining.
Like I said earlier, that would guarantee both Sirius and EHOME. This is a must-win situation right now for Newbee to keep any hopes alive of making it into the playoffs. Just 10 seconds left. Newbee need one more here.
Radiant team picks.
And they go Shadow Fiend. We'll see if that works. And Nature's Prophet offlane with the Drow mobility galore here for EHOME. Faith Beyond on Nature's Prophet is something to see. You got Ferrari on the Storm and on the Drow. Jinkyu back on his patented Tiny. Innocence on the Silencer. Newbee then going SCC on the Shadow Fiend. Alwyn on the Centaur. Waishi on the Shadow Shaman. Jaja on the Ember Spirit. And finally Fenrir on the Abaddon. And that is mobility central here for EHOME. And I really, if I'm going off strictly the drafts, I am thinking EHOME can put this in the books real quick.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So right now, Newbee gotta hope that they can keep the pace of EHOME slow, but that is gonna be very difficult to do. To slow down EHOME's pace right now, you'll have Jinkyu being mobile as always, as he moves around the map quite a bit. Ferrari on this storm again. He'll be able to ball lightning. I mean, once he hits 6, he's going to be going around the map like crazy. You set up here with Tiny, avalanche toss, you TP in with the Nature's Prophet, ball lightning in with the Storm Spirit. As long as EHOME can coordinate their attacks, I don't know if Newbee can withstand it.
Prepare for battle.
So here we go. And Newbee's gonna have to really turn it on here. With a lineup this high paced, we could see trouble for Newbee if they don't play these first couple of minutes correctly. Set up over bottom with Shadow Shaman, Abaddon, as well as the Centaur. Why is she on this Shadow Shaman all in on the Centaur? Let's see what they're able to do on this one. They should just be able to secure the bounty rune over bottom. Meanwhile, Treant's going to be looking out, and I believe we'll spot the Ember there. They've got 3 heroes over top. Innocent's just playing the drums. Seconds till go time.
The battle begins.
Here we go. 2 apiece, no surprise. We'll see what SCC is able to do here on the Shadow Fiend. I'm expecting Jinkyu to move quite a bit. Don't know why I keep calling Jinkyu Tianming. But if Jinkyu moves around and comes over towards mid, avalanche toss with Vortex, it definitely leaves SCC very susceptible to getting ganked and ending up dying. Shadow Shaman taking a lot of damage here early on from ends here with Innocence. You got the Silencer as well as the Drow early into this Precision Aura. I mean, this is helping on all fronts, in all lanes. The only one it's not helping is Jinkyu.
Teach them your quiet, Drow.
These lanes have to go really well. Right now, Shadow Fiend is sitting a little bit behind Ferrari. Breeze comes in, the Vortex not picked up just yet, but he's got the Static Remnant as well as Overload. I believe he gets the storms we've been seeing have gotten a Vortex value level at 3. We'll see if that's the case once again. It really depends on if they're going to move early enough. If they aren't going to move, I'm not sure there's really a reason to get it. He might even just hold the point, just in case somebody does rotate. Storm getting low. Jinkyu, he's low as well. Looks over at Fenrir for a moment. There it is. He'll commit to the overload level 2. Ether Shock hitting on the Innocence. And Washi does have a haste. Doesn't like to continue to give chase on Innocence, but does push him back a little bit. Jaja over top here with Fenrir. He'll have the help of the Aphotic Shield as well as the Miscoil, and I would say that's not the lane that you're looking to gank. And when Jinkyu does go over towards mid, again, it will come with potentially an Electric Vortex behind it. Right now, things going better than expected for Newbee. They might get first blood bottom. They will have it. Alwyn gets the kill here on Innocence. I've got a pretty good combination in this bottom lane with the Hoof Stomp as well as Shackle and Ether Shock. Why she goes over towards mid. They are looking to get a kill here on a Ferrari. He's sitting a little bit low. He's got Electric Vortex at level 4. But nobody coming over again. And well, finally, they'll to get a kill over towards top. Avalanche comes out. Jaja running away. But still not in much trouble here with the help of Fenrir and that Miscoil. Owen just able to stick under this bottom tier 1. He's putting so much pressure on the end. This is exactly what Newbee need. They can't let the pace of EHOME direct where they're going to go with this game. And over mid, though, SCCC in trouble. They bring in Faith Beyond. Ferrari helping to get that kill with Faith Beyond, and they'll take out the Shadow Fiend mid. It was the pressure over bottom that looked good for Newbee, but losing that Shadow Fiend mid and maybe losing him 2 times in a row. Jinkyu's setting up to put even more pressure on him immediately following this TP. Avalanche and a toss right onto the Storm with an Electric Vortex would put SCCC maybe dead to rights. And there's the Vortex actually to start it. Avalanche comes in, tosses him back to the creeps, and there it is. That was what they needed. They get the kill. They sneak Jinkyu here. Wait for this TP to come in. And wait for him to move a little bit further out. He steps in. Comes through. Vortex to start. Avalanche toss. And an easy kill there for EHOME. A 1-2 punch to the gut of SCCC. And that is just the rough life to live here with this Shadow Fiend. And this Jinkyu. Like I said, he is a mobile 4 position. And he is in that roaming spot. And he is one of the top roamers in China for a reason. They take over mid again. Faith Beyond coming in as well as Innocence. The Arcane Curse put on a YShi as well as SCCC.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And just eating shots from Innocence. Forced to bring Fenrir over. Faith Beyond has stayed, and that's because they want to put pressure onto this tier 1 over mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're going to take an early tier 1 tower. Force rotations out. Avalanche was used a little bit early. Sleight of Fist. Searing Chains comes out from Jaja, but doesn't stop anybody. And, well, EHOME just back off successfully. Great movements coming in from EHOME. Absolutely great movements. Again, Newbee can't let that pressure build on them all too much, but you lose the tier 1 this early into the game. What is your Shadow Fiend meant to do here? He is so open right now. You've already got level 6 here on Ferrari. Faith Beyond could come in at basically any time. And if you're setting up here with Jinkyu, you're probably dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So Newbee need to be careful and maybe up the pressure themselves as they're going to look for the tier 1 bottom. Jinkyu the only one here to defend, but let's see if he even can do anything about this tier 1 tower potentially going down. Nobody's coming over just yet. Let's start to walk over Innocence as well as Ferrari as they TP everybody out, but these range creeps, as well as the Centaur, will get the kill into the tower anyway. So they might just let him feel comfortable pushing forward. They've got the ward that spots him moving forward. And the Wrath of Nature comes out from Faith Beyond, the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex, and they'll get themselves a kill. So yeah, they give it the tower, they get the kill. They're happy with that. I mean, maybe they would have liked to have a rotation a little bit earlier, but unfortunately they did not rotate that quickly, and they still do get themselves the kill. So I think it works out in the end for EHOME. Again, would have liked to keep that tower. I just think to have Alwyn move that far forward, they needed to give him that tower, and they didn't. Now the question is, are they going to let this tier 1 top fall? We've got 2 heroes over towards top. That's End as well as Innocence. End sitting here level 6, so he does have that marksmanship ready to go, but doesn't look like they'll rotate as they've got Ferrari bot. TP in from Faith Beyond. Jaja here with Fenrir. They've got 3 heroes now setting up. Jinkyu walking over to Jaja. Really doesn't quite care. He will take his own little bit of farm, but as they start to set up over towards top, SCC and YG, they'll both smoke up. We got 3 heroes here for EHOME. This is not a fair fight for them. But Newbee don't care about fair. They don't care about the lack of numbers. And they're going to go in on this as they'll come over with the Remnant. They'll get the kill on a Jinkyu. They'll also take out Innocence. A quick 1-2 there for them as they take out both supports on the side of EHOME. So works out well there for Newbee. They get 2 back. It did cost them 5 rotating over and continuing to have open space here as he's looking towards that early Dragonlance, and Storm as well. He's going into that Kaya. Pick up that haste, refill the bottle. Happy about that. And still we'll see if EHOME want to make moves with that full bottle with that haste. We switch over to the net worth 10 minutes in. See that Centaur leads the way. He's got an early Vanguard, doing a pretty good job with what he's been given. He's died once and gotten a kill. He got that first blood earlier in this game. The pressure is going to come out on the tier 1 top on this tier 1 tower for Newbee. Nature. Jinkyu. Serpent Ward set up. They're going to want to protect these. They TP over the Tiny. They'll take the tier 1 over top. And they will glyph. So it looks like they might look to rotate. Treants will come in. SCC trying to do as much damage as he can with the help of YG. They've got Ferrari ready with a haste. And it's a little bit of a risky move to go in with Fenrir defending. He's got Miscoil as well as the Aphotic Shield to help protect his team. Instead, they'll take out the Serpent Wards. They don't make the diving move just yet, and I'm not sure they will. So 12 minutes in, the game's still sitting even. They took the tier 1 tower mid, took the tier 1 tower top. They lose their bottom tier 1, but EHOME in a happy position, getting that Dragon Lance and looking towards the Hurricane Pike. But the same could be said for Newbee. They like what Jaja has gotten for them going into the Maelstrom. He hasn't died yet. He's been involved in 2 kills. Faith Beyond going pretty far in and will break the smoke immediately. The Global Silence comes out with the Avalanche toss on a YG. They've also got the Electric Vortex to lock in Fenrir. The Sleight of Fist Searing Chains will lock Faith Beyond as well as Innocence. Just standing there burning alive, but they'll end up surviving, and they will take out both supports on Newbee's side now. So EHOME immediately off that smoke. Faith Beyond goes in pretty far. Breaks the smoke, the ball lightning through. EHOME come out ahead. And again, continuing to just open up space for Drow Ranger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Again, they'll go for the tier 1. This time they'll successfully get it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
See how much Newbee wants to put on to this? They're doing a very good job right now of putting on their own pressure.
Dyer's bottom
And
tower
despite losing 2 supports like that, and now they're going to use the Serpent Wards to go after the tier 2 tower. How much are EHOME willing to give up? Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Avalanche comes out, onto 2, the Hope Stomp hits onto the Silencer, he'll try to back off, Stampede comes in, they'll get the kill here on the Innocence. Looks like they might even get the tier 2 tower too.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortify, and get some Treants out as well as the Avalanche,
Under attack.
but the tower will still fall.
Radiant's middle tower.
They took a tier
has
2
fallen.
over top, so they at least trade tier 2s in this moment, but Newbee's still happy with an even trade like that. And now they have this Blink Dagger on the Centaur, so he'll be the initiator for Newbee with the Blink as well as the Hoof Stomp.
Dire are scanning.
These have been fights here from EHOME without end, and he's just still trying to get this Hurricane Pike. We'll see if that ends up being enough. My question is Newbee going to let off the gas? They do have smoke, and they might look to make a move to debut this Blink Dagger. And it looks like they're setting up to do so.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
So as long as EHOME can open up space here for the Drow, they're pretty happy. But again, how much is space and what is it costing them in the end? They are up in terms of net worth. Newbee, though, not looking too bad as they'll go into the Guardian Greaves on the Shadow Fiend. We'll see if it's Greaves or the BKB first. Might depend on how much gold he's getting. And the Maelstrom almost picked up here for Jaja. Again, they look like they're setting up for a potential smoke. They put some pressure on, and I'm not too sure they want to give it up. Silence. That comes out because over bottom, they'll look for the kill on a Waishi. They'll get it. Faith Beyond TP'd over bot. They got the ball lightning as well as the Vortex to come in and get themselves that kill. And it's a pick off here for EHOME. So they get the pick off in there, extending their lead, but they will lose Innocence top.
myself think.
Jaja's happy with that as he wants to get closer to this Maelstrom. He's sitting second on the net worth, but not by much. Not too far behind Faith Beyond at the moment, who's going into the Vlads.
Roots and run.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Faith Beyond by himself going into the tier 1 tower. He'll take it solo.
Has fallen.
Those pressures coming out top from Newbee to go for this tier 1 tower themselves. Avalanche as well as the toss. Nothing to follow it up just yet. Nobody here to help out as the tier 1 is just going to get pressure, but they finally have the Hurricane Pike on the Drow, and now End going into the Manta style.
Dire's bottom tower
Looks like they're just going to concede this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
So,
top tower
in terms of item progression, I think EHOME are doing okay. Continue to put pressure on, and this is the second tower over bottom that they get without any rotation. That's just way too late, and ends up rotating just after the tier 2 tower goes down. He'll have to remnant away as the Vortex locks him in, but the same can be said here. Newbee does the same.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Jinkyu gets the deny, but it's still a tower down. And Newbee putting on pressure of their own. They continue to use these Serpent Wards off cooldown to grab these towers. Despite being down 2,000 net worth, Newbee are happy with the position they're in. Or at least they should be. They've taken out tier 2 mid, they've taken tier 2 top. The only outer tower that stands for them, or for the side of EHOME, is the bottom one, and the only one for Newbee is the middle one. So, these outer towers going down quickly. We'll see if that ends up mattering. Top Shadow Shaman able to escape. He's got Serpent Wards up in 44. Wouldn't be surprised to see that turn into a push bottom. Another team going for Roche yet again, and just yet to be involved. And it's just been continually farming. He does sit top of the net worth, so all that hard work has shown off to be top of the net worth. And in a decent spot, but as I say that, finally looking to be involved is End, and they will smoke and look to wrap all the way out and around. This is exactly where these Newbee heroes are cooped up. They're over towards bottom. They could look to get the kill here on Awashi. The ball lightning comes all the way in. The Avalanche comes through as well as the Vortex. They'll get themselves one. The Gust is out onto the Abaddon, but now Blink with the stun. As Triple C might have wanted to look for a Requiem there, but actually doesn't use that at all. He continues to just throw raises, sit back. He's got the Arcane Curse on him. Avalanche through onto the Centaur. And, well, after that one kill in Awaishi, EHOME will just back off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
So, EHOME get away with pickoff. They don't lose anything on that. Global Silence on cooldown for another 90 seconds, and Wrath of Nature up in 13. Only 7-5, and a 4,000 net worth lead here for EHOME. They would like to have a little bit of a better situation for us. We'll see to use that Requiem. The Blink Hook Stomp was nice, but once the Force Staff was there, I believe he just wanted to hold it and hope for another situation to present itself. Meanwhile, top, Jinkyu coming over with some Treants. He'll Avalanche toss to clean up this creep wave very quickly and then TP out. And this is going to force rotations to come out from Newbee. They'll bring over the Ember. But while Ember is here, the rest of Newbee is going in with the Serpent Wards to go for this Roche. Borrowed time gets popped on Fenrir. Faith Beyond trying to get away. The Gust comes out, but it will be avoided by Jaja. There's the Hurricane Pike. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Now they've got the Sprout. That lands on to 2. Holds them back. SCC is actually stuck here, too. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains once again on to Jinkyu, and before he can get the hoof stomp off, he's tossed back. They'll go back into Roche. Global Silence in 16. If they can hold them from getting this Aegis quickly enough, they might have Global Silence to move in on, but there's the ball landing. Avalanche Toss comes out. Roche is going to be going down. There's the Aegis picked up by Jinkyu. They get the kill and they get the Aegis. They'll take out SCC. They'll lose all win. Now they'll look for more. Ferrari goes in, takes out YG. Now he looks over at Fenrir. The Aegis has been popped. They'll look for the Abaddon. The chase is on. but not a lot of mana for Ferrari at this moment. He does have the wand charges if he wanted to commit to this. Jinkyu moves forward. Global Silence. On the high ground is the Ember trying to run away from Faith Beyond and will be able to make his escape. But as I say that, over top, borrowed time popped again on Fenrir. Jinkyu just giving him so much trouble. Tosses him back to the range creep. Pops the Aphotic Shield immediately. We'll also use those drums. Faith Beyond comes in. There's the Sprout. There's the kill. 4 kills, as well as the Aegis and the Roche kill. All for EHOME in a great movement play there by the Storm. They go in and execute perfectly, and they're now up 10,000 net worth and are very much ready to win this series. Great move there by Jinkyu with the Blink Dagger. Storm Spirit, I mean, Ferrari just goes in and he's ready to, he coordinates it so well with Jinkyu, and that was the perfect part about that. The Blink, Avalanche, Ball Lightning, Vortex, Roche getting really low, and they get everything they wanted and more. They got the kill on the Roche. They picked up the Aegis. 4 kills go their way. Everything they could have hoped for. Maybe they would have got the team wipe. Ember was that close to dying, and that would have been the icing on the cake. But EHOME, so far ahead at this moment, and it does not look like they're going to slow down. They'll look for the Lincoln Sphere on the Drow. They've already got the Manta Style. BKB will be made next here for Ferrari. And then Faith Beyond, he's got Solar Crest, Pipe, and Vlad's. He is ready and rolling. Faith Beyond constantly putting pressure on every lane. He doesn't see anybody in that lane. He's going to TP over there, throw Treants in, and then look to capitalize. The question becomes, what can Newbee do? They have to try and slow the pace of this game.
Haste! Whoa, what'd I miss?
So they're not using the Aegis on this one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But they will smoke up. They're looking for their opportunity, and there's the Sleight of Fist. The Global Silence comes out with the Ball Lightning as well as the Vortex. Ferrari gets the kill. Nothing that Newbee could do to follow this up. They are without their Ember Spirit for 45 seconds. The Tier 3 is destined to go down. SCCC could just throw raises out, but it's not going to be enough. The last word out onto the Centaur, keeping him back, silence up. He wants to blink and hoof stomp, but he can't find the opportunity to do so. Finally, he comes in, blink, hoof stomp, Ball Lightning over. They've got themselves the kill onto the Centaur. He's going to be dead for 45 and forced to buy back. The Requiem comes out from SCCC, and now the chase is on to try and get EHOME on the exit, but they're not even leaving. They'll look for the Rex, and Newbee will be forced to defend again. Serpent Wards were committed to that so far back, and now they're without them. Waishi, what can he do? Avalanche toss. Ooh, no toss just yet, but the Ball Lightning with Shackles coming in, but he's just giving up his life there. Alwyn in trouble, hit with the Gust, the damage coming out from N. The borrowed time will be popped on Fenrir. They'll get the kill onto the Centaur, ball back earlier. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, locking in Innocence. BKB is going to be popped here by the Ember, but the damage coming out from the side of EHOME is just going to be too much. Ball Lightning forward, Avalanche toss, Waichi low. They'll take out SCCC. They look over at Joshua, who gets the kill onto Jinkyu, and now he's trying to run away from the rest of the side of EHOME. Ferrari gets the kill on Waishi. GG's going to be called here by Newbee. It's a 2-0 for EHOME. Newbee's been eliminated from the minor qualifiers. Zha Lo will end up dying, and that's the game for EHOME. So EHOME take the 2-0. And look good doing it, that's for sure. Similar score to the last game. And similar timings, too. The only people who died were supports. None of the cores died on EHOME. Not once. Not once. I mean, Newbee. There was like a split second of promise there. And then it ended up falling apart. And that... I mean, have we seen the last of this Newbee roster? It's early in its inception, but definitely an opportunity that is all we see. And it would be horrible to see, but now what's next? What do you have next? You have qualifiers for TI, and that's it. You're not going to the DPC. I mean, you're not doing anything in this spot. You're not getting DPC points, and now you got to look towards the future. You got to look towards putting something together for TI. And that's where Newbee's path lies now. But EHOME, they'll be up against Team Sirius. Best of 2 to determine the group. And we'll see that up next. I'm your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. I also give out a lot of news on the Chinese region on my Twitter, so follow me if you want to follow the Chinese region a little bit closer. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay right there.